My dear friends, if you are over the age of 60, I want you to listen closely. Because at this stage of life, every single choice you make, what you eat, how you sleep, how much you move, affects your heart directly. And as a heart surgeon, I have seen something that worries me deeply. Imagine this. You feel fine, you go in for a checkup, and suddenly you hear words you never expected: high blood pressure, blocked arteries, or even risk of a heart attack. It feels like it comes out of nowhere. But here's the truth. It doesn't. Most of the time, heart disease builds up slowly, through habits we don't even realize are dangerous. Now here's the shocking part. There's one habit that many seniors do every single day, without even thinking about it, and it is quietly damaging the heart. This one habit is so dangerous that I am begging seniors everywhere to stop it immediately. But before I reveal it, I want to share the 10 most harmful habits that are secretly weakening your heart, one by one. And the good news: every single one of them can be fixed, starting today. So let's begin with number 10, something I see in almost all of my older patients. Now, you might be thinking, "Doctor, I'm too old to exercise. The gym is not for me." And you're absolutely right. I'm not asking you to lift weights or run marathons. What I am asking, begging, is something much simpler. Just walk. Walking at your own pace for 30 minutes a day can cut your risk of a heart attack in half. That's right, half. Yet I see so many seniors spending most of their day sitting, lying down, or just watching TV. When you stop moving, your blood flow slows down. Fat begins to build up in your arteries. Your blood pressure rises. Your heart becomes weaker. And without even realizing it, you're moving closer to heart failure, stroke, or worse. But here's the good news. Prevention is simple. Walking keeps your blood vessels open. It helps oxygen reach your brain. It reduces stress. It controls weight, sugar, and cholesterol. And best of all, it's free. No special shoes, no machines, no pills. Just your legs, your feet, and a safe path. Imagine this. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. That's all it takes. Don't wait for chest pain before you act. Every step you take is like a blessing for your heart. So, my friends, if you do only one thing today, let it be this: start walking. Your heart will thank you with every beat. Now you might say, "But doctor, I don't add much salt to my food." And maybe that's true. Maybe you don't sprinkle much on your plate. But here's the thing. Salt is sneaky. It hides in places you would never expect. Canned soups, bread, sauces, pickles, chips, and packaged meals. They are all loaded with salt. Even some foods that taste sweet, like breakfast cereals or pastries, often contain extra salt to make them last longer on the shelf. So, what happens when you eat too much salt? Imagine pouring water into a balloon. The balloon stretches and stretches, putting pressure on the walls. That's exactly what salt does inside your body. It makes you retain water. That extra water increases the volume of blood in your system. And more blood volume means more pressure on your arteries. Over time, that pressure damages the lining of your blood vessels. It forces your heart to work harder, day and night, without rest. And here's the scary part. High blood pressure is called this silent killer for a reason. You don't feel it. You don't get warning signs. You can feel perfectly fine while your heart, brain, and kidneys are slowly being damaged. I've treated patients who ended up with heart failure, strokes, or kidney disease, and when I asked about their habits, many said the same thing. "But doctor, all I did was enjoy some salty snacks every day." For seniors, the safe limit of salt is actually much lower than for younger people. Ideally, no more than 1,500 milligrams a day. That's less than a single teaspoon of salt in total. Sounds small, doesn't it? But it makes a world of difference. Here's what you can do. Start by checking food labels. Choose low-sodium versions when possible. Avoid processed or frozen meals. And instead of reaching for the salt shaker, try flavoring your food with herbs, spices, or a squeeze of lemon. Believe me, your taste buds will adjust. After just 2 weeks of eating less salt, food will taste just as good, and your heart will already be working more smoothly. So, here's the takeaway, my friends. Don't let salt steal your health quietly. Every small change, switching from salted to unsalted nuts, choosing fresh over packaged, seasoning with herbs instead of salt, adds up. Your heart deserves peace, not pressure. Think about it. What do most people over 60 eat in the morning? Bacon, sausages, fried eggs, buttered toast, sugary cereal, maybe a creamy coffee. It smells wonderful, it tastes even better. But here's the truth. That kind of breakfast is a disaster for your heart. Why? Because these foods are loaded with the 3 enemies of heart health: sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. The sausages and bacon, full of saturated fats that clog your arteries. The toast with butter, more fat, more cholesterol. The sugary cereal, a quick spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash that leaves you tired and craving more. And that creamy coffee, it might give comfort, but it adds another layer of fat your heart doesn't need. Now, here's something most people don't know. The majority of heart attacks actually happen in the morning. And one reason is the kind of breakfast people eat. In the early morning, your blood is naturally thicker, more sticky. When you then add a heavy, oily breakfast, your heart struggles even harder to pump that thick blood through your body. And if you're over 60, your heart is already more delicate. This morning stress is like pushing it beyond its limits. But don't worry. The solution is simple and delicious. You don't need to give up breakfast. You just need to make it heart-friendly. Instead of bacon and butter toast, try a bowl of oatmeal with fruit. Instead of fried eggs, try boiled eggs with some vegetables on the side. Instead of creamy coffee, enjoy green tea or black coffee without heavy cream. Even something as simple as a smoothie with banana, spinach, and a little yogurt can fuel your body with energy, lower cholesterol, and keep your blood flowing smoothly. Here's the thing. Breakfast sets the tone for your whole day. If you start heavy, your body feels heavy. If you start clean and light, your heart feels lighter too. Imagine giving your heart a gift every morning, a breakfast that helps it pump easier, stay stronger, and last longer. So, my friends, the takeaway is simple. Your first meal of the day should be medicine, not poison. Choose wisely in the morning, and your heart will be protected for the entire day. Yes, even if it's just a little. After the age of 60, your body changes. Your liver processes alcohol more slowly. Your blood pressure reacts more strongly. And your heart becomes more sensitive to its effects. That glass of wine, that evening whiskey, that cold beer, they don't affect you the same way they did when you were 30 or 40. I have seen patients who thought they were safe because they only drank 1 or 2 drinks a day. But what happened? Their heartbeat became irregular, something we call atrial fibrillation. Their blood pressure rose higher. Their heart muscle became weaker. And in some cases, alcohol even triggered heart failure. And here's another important point. Alcohol doesn't just affect your heart directly. It also interferes with your medications. If you take pills for blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, alcohol can reduce their effect or cause dangerous side effects. Many of my older patients told me they used alcohol to relax, to reduce stress, or to help them sleep. But guess what? Alcohol actually disrupts sleep. It makes your heart work harder at night, when it should be resting. Now, I know it's not easy to give it up. Alcohol often feels like a habit, a comfort, a part of social life. But here's the good news. Even small changes can make a big difference. If you cannot quit completely, at least reduce it. Don't drink every day. Don't have more than one small drink when you do. And listen carefully to your body. If you already have heart disease, high blood pressure, or irregular heartbeat, the safest choice is not to drink at all. Imagine waking up with more energy. Imagine your heartbeat steady, your blood pressure calmer, your sleep deeper. That's what happens when alcohol is removed from your daily routine. So, my friends, here's the takeaway. Alcohol may dull stress for a moment, but it leaves your heart weaker every day. Don't let one glass become a lifetime of regret. Your heart deserves better. Many seniors believe staying silent is the strong thing to do. They tell themselves, "I've lived with stress my whole life," or "It's not worth troubling my family." But here's the truth. Holding emotions inside is like keeping a pressure cooker on the stove. The longer you keep the lid shut, the more dangerous the explosion. When you hide your stress, your body doesn't stay calm. Instead, it releases stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones make your heart beat faster. They tighten your blood vessels. They push your blood pressure higher. And over time, that constant tension wears out your heart. Even people who eat healthy and exercise can still suffer heart attacks or strokes if they are under emotional stress every day. I have treated patients who never smoked, who ate clean diets, who even walked daily, but they still developed heart disease because they were living with anger, grief, or loneliness bottled up inside. Your heart is not just a pump. It feels what your mind feels. But here's the good news. Releasing emotions doesn't mean shouting or losing control. It means finding healthy ways to let them out. Talk to a friend or family member. Join a senior group where you can share stories. Try deep breathing for 10 minutes. Write your worries in a journal. Even gentle activities like gardening, painting, or listening to music can release stress. Imagine this. You let go of what's been sitting heavy on your chest. Your breathing slows down. Your shoulders relax. Your heartbeat steadies. That's your heart saying, "Thank you." So, my friends, here's the simple takeaway. Your heart needs peace, not pressure. Don't carry stress like a hidden weight. Share it, release it, lighten it. The more harmony you bring to your emotions, the stronger and calmer your heart will be. Snoring may sound funny, but behind that sound, something serious could be happening. For many seniors, snoring is a sign of sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing stops for short periods while you sleep. Imagine this. You're lying in bed, but every few minutes, your brain and heart are starved of oxygen. Over and over again. Night after night. What does that do to your heart? Each time your oxygen drops, your body panics. Your blood pressure spikes. Your heart beats faster. Stress hormones flood your system. And the result? Your heart never truly rests, even while you're sleeping. Over months and years, this can lead to high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, strokes, or even sudden cardiac death. Here's the scariest part. Most people don't even know they have sleep apnea. They just feel tired all the time. They may wake up with headaches, forget things more often, or even fall asleep during the day. Some only realize it when their partner notices they snore loudly, gasp for air, or stop breathing in the middle of the night. But here's the good news. Sleep apnea can be treated. A simple overnight test can confirm it. And treatments like CPAP machines, oral devices, or even simple lifestyle changes can make a huge difference. I've seen patients who, after treatment, not only slept better, but also saw their blood pressure improve, their energy rise, and their heart grow stronger. So here's what I want you to remember. Snoring is not just a joke. It's a warning. Don't ignore it. If your partner notices loud snoring or pauses in your breathing, talk to your doctor. Getting proper sleep is not a luxury. It's as important for your heart as food, exercise, or medicine. Imagine this. You lie down at night, your breathing is steady, your heart is calm, and by morning, you wake up refreshed instead of tired. That's the gift of treating sleep apnea. Peaceful nights and a safer, stronger heart. Many seniors tell me, "Doctor, I've smoked my whole life. At my age, it won't matter if I stop now." But let me tell you the truth. It always matters. Even quitting in your 60s, 70s, or 80s can add years to your life and strength to your heart. Here's why. Every time you smoke a cigarette, your blood vessels tighten. Your blood becomes thicker, almost sticky. Your heart has to work harder to push it through your body. Over time, this damages the lining of your arteries, leading to dangerous blockages. That's why smokers are much more likely to have heart attacks and strokes. And it's not just about the smoker. Secondhand smoke, breathing in someone else's cigarette, is almost as dangerous. It carries the same chemicals, the same poisons, and it harms your heart just as surely. I have seen seniors who never smoked a day in their lives, but because they lived with a smoking spouse for decades, they developed the same heart problems as heavy smokers. Now, I know quitting isn't easy. Smoking is addictive. It becomes a habit tied to emotions, memories, even social routines. But I want you to hear this. Your heart begins to heal the very day you stop. Within 24 hours, your blood pressure drops. Within weeks, your circulation improves. Within months, your risk of a heart attack starts falling. Even if you've smoked for 50 years, your body still fights to recover the moment you quit. And today, there are more tools than ever to help you. Nicotine patches, gums, medications, and support groups. You don't have to do it alone. So here's my message. Don't think it's too late. It's never too late. Every cigarette not smoked is one less burden on your heart. And if you live with someone who smokes, kindly ask them to step outside. Protecting yourself from second-hand smoke is just as important. Imagine this. Your lungs breathing easier, your heart pumping with less strain, your risk of sudden heart trouble dropping every single day. That's the future waiting for you when you let go of smoking. You see, medicines for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes aren't like painkillers that work instantly. These pills work quietly, in the background, to keep your heart safe. They don't always make you feel different, but they are protecting you every single day. When you skip them, even for a short time, your blood pressure can rise. Your cholesterol can creep back up. Your blood sugar may climb higher. And your heart feels all of it. You may not notice the damage right away, but over weeks and months, the risk of heart attack, stroke, or heart failure increases. I once had a patient who told me, "Doctor, I don't take my pills every day because I don't want my body to get used to them." But that's a dangerous myth. These medicines are meant to be taken consistently. Skipping them makes your heart's job harder, not easier. Now, I understand. Sometimes the reasons are real. Maybe the cost of medicine feels heavy. Maybe you take so many pills it becomes confusing. Or maybe you simply forget. That's normal. But the good news is, there are solutions. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about cheaper alternatives. Use a pill box with days marked. Set reminders on your phone. Or ask a family member to help keep track. And here's something important. Never stop a medicine suddenly on your own. Some drugs, like those for the heart rhythm or blood pressure, can cause dangerous rebounds if you quit without guidance. Always talk to your doctor first. So here's the lesson. Taking your medications faithfully is like giving your heart a daily shield. Even if you feel well, Your pills are the quiet protectors keeping your heart safe. Imagine this. You wake up knowing your blood pressure is controlled, your cholesterol is stable, your heart is beating steady, because you've been consistent with your treatment. That peace of mind is priceless. Our bodies are designed to move. Every step you take, every stretch, every bit of activity, it helps your blood circulate, keeps your muscles strong, and gives your heart a gentle workout. But when you sit for long hours, your circulation slows down. Blood can pool in your legs. Your metabolism drops, which means your body handles sugar and fats less effectively. Over time, this leads to higher blood pressure, weight gain, diabetes, and, yes, heart disease. Even worse, studies show that sitting for more than 6 to 8 hours a day can increase your risk of heart attack and stroke, even if you exercise later. That's right. One short walk in the evening does not cancel out a whole day of sitting still. I've had patients who thought they were safe because they did a little exercise in the morning. But the rest of the day, they sat in their chair, reading or watching TV. Their hearts were still suffering. Why? Because the heart thrives on regular movement throughout the day, not just one short burst. Now, here's the good news. You don't need to run marathons or join a gym. Small, simple movements done regularly are enough to protect your heart. Stand up every 30 minutes. Stretch your arms. Walk around the room. Do gentle leg lifts while sitting. Take short walks after meals. Even 5 or 10 minutes makes a big difference. Think about this. Every time you move, you're telling your heart, I'm keeping you strong. You're improving your circulation, lowering stress, and helping your body use oxygen better. So here's the lesson. Movement is medicine for your heart. Don't let your chair steal years from your life. Replace long hours of sitting with small bursts of activity. Imagine yourself walking with steady legs, breathing easier, and feeling lighter. That's the gift your heart gives back when you choose movement over stillness. Let me explain. Processed foods are things that come in boxes, cans, or packets. Chips, instant noodles, frozen dinners, sausages, deli meats, and even some breads. These foods are made to taste good and last longer on the shelf. But they are often loaded with two dangerous things, salt and unhealthy fats. Too much salt makes your body hold on to extra water. That extra fluid increases your blood pressure, forcing your heart to pump harder. Over time, this constant pressure damages your arteries and raises your risk of heart attack and stroke. In fact, high blood pressure is called the silent killer because many people don't feel it until it's too late. Processed foods also often contain hidden sugars and trans fats, the kind of fats that clog your arteries and make your heart weaker. So even if you don't add salt at the table, just eating packaged foods daily may already be giving your body far more than it can handle. I remember a patient who told me, "Doctor, I don't eat much salt. I don't even keep a salt shaker at home." But when we looked at his diet, he was eating canned soups, instant noodles, and packaged snacks every day. His blood pressure was sky high, not from the salt he added, but from the salt already hidden in his food. Now, here's the good news. Your taste buds can adapt. If you slowly reduce salty, processed foods, within a few weeks your body begins to enjoy the natural taste of fresh foods again. Fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, lean meats, and fish give your heart what it needs. Vitamins, minerals, fiber, and healthy fats. So here's the takeaway. Processed and salty foods may feel convenient, but they silently overload your heart. Choose fresh, home-cooked meals whenever possible. Flavor your food with herbs, lemon, or garlic instead of salt. Imagine this. Your blood pressure steady, your arteries clean, your heart pumping strong, all because you chose real food over packaged food. That's the best gift you can give your heart every single day. My dear friends, we've just walked together through 10 everyday habits that can silently harm your heart. Some of them may have surprised you, like ignoring snoring, sitting too much, or keeping your stress bottled up inside. Others, like smoking, alcohol, or processed foods, you may have already known were dangerous. But here's what I want you to remember most. Every small change you make, no matter your age, can bring your heart new strength and new life. Your heart is a gift. It has been working faithfully for you since the very day you were born, pumping without rest, day and night, through every joy and every challenge. And even now, in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your heart still responds with gratitude when you care for it. Maybe you can't change everything at once. That's okay. Start with one habit. Maybe you choose to walk a little more each day. Or maybe you decide to reduce the salt in your meals. Or perhaps you finally tell a loved one about the worries you've been holding inside. Each small step is like giving your heart a gentle hug. I want you to imagine something with me. Picture yourself months from now, breathing easier, walking stronger, sleeping more peacefully, and waking up with more energy. That future is possible, not because of a miracle pill or a secret cure, but because of the choices you make today. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Share this journey with your family. Ask for support. Celebrate your progress, even the small victories. Your loved ones want you here, healthy, happy, and full of life. So here is my final message to you. Don't wait until trouble comes knocking. Protect your heart now. Be kind to it, and it will keep beating strong for you. Take care of your body. Protect your heart. And most of all, never forget that every day is a new chance to live better, stronger, and longer. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope these words guide you to a healthier, happier life. Stay well, stay hopeful, and let your heart beat with strength and peace.